What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, as you can see, we have a 2017 Lexus RC 350 S Sport. And on today's video, I am going to show you how to change out your rear differential fluid. The service interval by Toyota is 60,000 miles. As you can see on mine, I have 90,000 miles, but better late than never, right? Now, the first thing you want to do is lift the vehicle up. It helps if you have a lift in the shop, but if you don't have one, if you just have a jack at home, you can still get the job done, especially if you have a Tundra or Tacoma. The procedure for the differential fluid exchange is the same for all the Toyota models. You're going to find your rear differential right on the bottom. You're going to find your drain plug. And right above is your fill plug. Now, before you go into changing the fluid, you want to make sure if you have a rear differential with LSD or without LSD. Now, one way you can tell is by rotating one of the wheels and to see if the opposite wheel rotate in the opposite direction or in the same direction. As you can see, when I'm rotating the right rear wheel, the other side rotates in the opposite direction. So that indicates to me it's without LSD. If they were to rotate in the same direction, it would indicate to me that I have a LSD rear differential. So now we established I have a rear differential without LSD. So I'm going to require to put in there the LT 7585 gear oil. There's a LT and LX. So this is the one that my Lexus RC 350 calls for. And with just a regular pump, you can find these at any hardware store or anywhere you can find something similar. Should be able to get the job done. As you can see, the rear differential fluid comes in a can. And these gear oils are really expensive. Like one of these cans is about like $75 to $80 each can. I don't know if it's a special type of fluid. I don't know what makes it different than any other cheap differential fluid, but this one costs a lot of money. Now this pump comes in handy. As you can see where the fill plug is located on the rear differential, you need something flexible enough to get around that exhaust manifold. And this little pump right here, does the trick just fine. And now with a 10mm hex socket, you're gonna drain out the old rear differential fluid. The process and the procedure in this video will work for a Tacoma, Tundra, any Toyota models, and pretty much. Now we're just gonna watch the old fluid drain out. When I'm feeling lazy, when I'm doing oil changes, this is what I do. I just watch the fluid drain. So that way you don't have to do much, right? You just look busy. Nah, don't do that, guys. That's a sign of a lazy tech. If you sit there and watch the fluid drain, that means you're not really in the mood to work that day. And just watch it drain, 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 drain. Like I said, those little cans, man, for some reason, they're really expensive. I had a special order mine from the parts counter. They didn't have them in stock. The gear oil that's used for the Tacomas and the trucks and the Tundras and stuff, it's a different gear oil. It's more like an 80, 90 weight. But for some reason, the Lexus and the RCs, the rear wheel drive sedans and stuff, they use a different type of fluid. I'm gonna go ahead and put my drain plug back. I'm going ahead and tighten up that drain plug. Now it's time to fill up the differential with gear oil. I'm gonna loosen up my fill plug on the top. And it's not hard to remember, guys. So the one at the bottom is the drain and the one is on the top is the fill, always. Regardless if it's a Tacoma or a Tundra. Now this is where the little pump comes in handy. It's able to get into that fill plug right there, right around the exhaust manifold. And what you guys are not able to see on the camera is that I'm actually pumping the fluid through. Now, the only limit to this pump is it doesn't hold a lot of fluid. As you can see, that's what I'm doing right now, topping it off with some more gear oil. Like I said, the manufacturer spec calls for, the rear differential on this calls for like 1.4 liter. And obviously the fluid comes in 1 liter cans. So I ended up needing 2 for about $75 each. So you do the math. So you want to be careful. You don't want to waste any fluid. So after a while, after pumping some in there, you can see it's starting to overflow at the fill plug. That's a sign that the fluid is at the right level. And if you look at the image, it kind of demonstrates it better. They want the fluid to kind of be trickling out. And once you see the fluid trickling out, then you pretty much know it's at the correct level it needs to be. So once it looks like the image on the screen, I'm going to go ahead and put my fill plug back. Like I said, whether it's a Tacoma, Tundra, you're going to do the same process, guys. Go ahead and tighten it up. Get an oil rag, wipe it down, make it nice and clean. Get some brake clean on there. Spray off all the old excess gear oil off. and it has a weird smell to it. I don't know if you guys ever smelled differential fluid. It has a weird smell. I don't know, something about spraying brake clean on oil and on any fluid and just watching it just evaporate is satisfying to watch. That's it, guys. Like I said, this is my daily driver. I drive this car to and from work every day, put some miles on it. As you can see in the beginning of the video, it had about 90,000, and this recommended service is recommended at 60,000. So I'm a little late to the game, but that's all right. Toyota built to last long. So that's all there is to it, to changing your rear differential fluid, guys. If you find this video informative, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.